I love Zen stories. I love anything actually any story that's used as a vehicle for understanding a Sun description. So here's a Zen story that I tell quite often, which I think is relevant for now. So back in the day, there is a farmer, and the farmer and his son have been saving so that they can buy a horse. And finally they save enough money they can buy a horse. Ooh, all the neighbours come around and go, "Oh my God, look, a horse, you're so lucky." And the farmer says, "Is that so?" And the next day they wake up, the father and the son, they go out into the fields, bloody horse has done a runner. And all the neighbours come around and they go, "Oh my days, all that time and money and effort and you've got no horse, you're so unlucky." And the farmer says, "Is that so?" And the next day they wake up and they go out into the field and bugger me, it's not just the horses returned, he's brought 2 mates. 3 horses now. All the villagers come around and they go, "Wow, look at you, that's amazing, you got 3 horses, you're so lucky." And the farmer says, "Is that so?" The next day they go out and the son is breaking in one of the horses and gets bucked, falls off, breaks his leg, out of the game for the whole harvest. The villagers come round. "Oh, you're too old to do the harvest on your own. Oh my God, this is catastrophic. What are you going to do? You're so unlucky." The farmer says, "This will be no surprise to you by now. Is that so?" And the following day, the army come around and they're conscripting all healthy young men to join the army. And all the villagers come around later and go, "How, thank the Lord, you didn't have to send your son off. Oh my God, you're so lucky." The farmer says, "You get my point." So the story can go on and on and on. We don't know how any given situation is going to affect us at any given point. From my own experience, I feel quite sure this is true for you. There have been some things that have happened that have felt utterly catastrophic in the moment. And they have actually laid seeds for something really quite fantastic later on. And sometimes this transition can be over a short period, and sometimes this transition is over a much bigger period. When I was younger, I remember when people spoke about circles and things coming around, it felt like complete nonsense. I didn't have the experience of life and the evidence of my own life to see that that's true, that things move and change, and what one day feels like a complete disaster, the next day feels like a bloody relief. So I think it's the Dalai Lama who's quoted as saying, "Sometimes not getting your own way is a fabulous stroke of luck." And that's certainly been true in my case. And Mark Twain, whose quote goes something like, I'm hopeless at remembering properly, "I've lived through many dreadful things in my life, most of which didn't happen." So, as most of my messages at the moment are repeating, we don't know anything. We don't know what sound will turn up next, what thought we're going to have next, never mind what might happen 6 months down the line, a year, that we just don't know. And we create real stress for ourselves, which buggers about with our immune system if we keep going into the future or keep going back to the past and sitting there and worrying it and bothering it, because we just don't know. It's a complete waste of energy. And we need at the moment to be, as far as possible, we need to be growing our resilience and helping ourselves in the best way possible. For some of us, we've become very habituated to go into catastrophe, and for some of us it's a familiar place actually. It's like if we're not thinking about something catastrophic, then we feel unsafe in some way. Maybe this period of time gives us an opportunity for quiet reflection and to face those uncertainties and the disquiet. And to face, when I say uncertainty and disquiet, I mean the uncertainty of disquiet of this very moment. If we're spending so much time going into the future catastrophizing, sometimes that can be because there's something right here and now that we're avoiding. So I'm doing 20-minute live streams on Facebook, but that's by the by. Find someone somewhere who's doing meditation. and see if you can join them, or just sit for a couple of minutes a day. I've got plenty of time to do this now. Just sit for a few minutes a day and see if we can start becoming curious about what's going on for us. Start turning towards those things that maybe we've been turning away from. And ultimately, is that so? Maybe what we really need to be learning over these next few days, weeks, months, who knows, is this. Don't know.